The Pelicans getting off the bus and heading into... Before we get going here, we have time for a...
Thanks, Brian. C.J. McCollum is...
Well, looking to... Starting group. Zion and Valanciunas playing up front. Jones and Ingram run the wings, and it's McCollum at the one. And for the Nets, Irving and Curry, they man the backcourt together. Kevin Durant is out there with T.J. Warren, and it's Claxton in at the center position. And the shot's good. At this stage of the season, balancing minutes is a top priority for a lot of teams, Brent.
Yeah, it's such a grind, and so teams are trying to find better ways to spread minutes around, give opportunities maybe for younger players, coaches sometimes tweaking the offense to try to run variations of plays that they worked on during training camp. So this is a great time to make a little bit of some adjustments and tweaks.
Knocks it loose, and stolen by Jones. He pulls it, and again, C.J. McCollum. McCollum's got 6 points.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition, a quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Durant with the bucket.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Ooh, Durant with a steal. Here's Warren, and Ingram with the block. They push it up 4 on 3. Jones' shot is good.
Brandon Ingram at that size, able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
Irving, the pass to Curry. Irving with it. Up and over McCollum, and Irving with the basket on the...
He just makes things happen.
Shot's good by McCollum.
The plan coming in is working. They're perfect 5 for 5 from the floor.
To the middle. Back to Irving. Pass to Curry. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Letting him know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Well, Zion sitting in the weeds, if you can do that at his size, and able to come up with the steal.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Now here's Curry. That's tipped. Back to Durant. 4 on the clock. Jones with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul.
First personal
That's
foul.
his first foul.
First team foul.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. To the inside. Valanciunas, good. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Pelicans.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
And C.J. McCollum getting more on-ball action after his move away from Portland, Greg.
And McCollum has showed that's where he's best. Great at breaking down defenders and setting up others. He looks very
season of NBA. DA, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Seth Curry has
on his way for sure. David, thanks. Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram in the front court with Williamson. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, the guard set is Irving and Curry. Durant is out there with T.J. Warren. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And you think about all the anticipation over the last couple months. Doris, the regular season is finally here. It is upon us.
Amen, Kevin. We have been waiting so anxiously for NBA tip-off. Obviously, you're always looking to see the movement of personnel. How well do guys who've switched organizations fit in with their respective rosters? Is somebody now a title contender? So many anxious front offices hoping they make.
He makes his first shot of the game.
We can get lost in the impact Kevin Durant makes as a scorer, but this guy is so willing to share the basketball.
Ingram with it. KD's on him. 2 points. That one goes.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
From deep. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Curry.
Well, the ability to score without being the primary ball handler, right? Kevin Durant can catch and shoot as well as anybody in the league. Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
It's Durant on the wing. The Nets working the ball around now. It's stolen by Jones. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Team second.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And you see the polish from Ingram as a scorer from every level. His versatility is a boon for this offense.
And Brooklyn turns it over again. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Williamson in the post. Covered by Irving. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
Mills, he's checked in for the Nets. And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
Count it good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Here's Claxton. It's stolen by Jones. And Ingram with a clear path to the basket. Again, the Pelicans score. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And here is Williamson following T.J. Warren's team. It's good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Curry outside, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you cannot let Seth Curry have room to shoot on the perimeter. You are asking for trouble.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and another 3 for New Orleans.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Curry with the 3. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. KD's got 4 assists in the game. Here's McCollum. Again, the Pelicans score.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Drills it from outside. Warren's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Nets.
Well, T.J. Warren has proven that he's willing to step out and make threes. That corner is a sweet spot.
And Patrick Mills gets that wrist.
A look from earlier as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from before we get...
Kyrie Irving draws.
Sure does, Hallie. Thank you. For some of these players, this opening night will be their first. What's your advice for guys making their NBA debuts, Smitty?
Well, BA, first of all, enjoy it.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. And we've been waiting for this day for a long... Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, it seems like it will be a great fit for Ben's
first team all defense. All right, DA, thanks as always. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Ingram in the front court with Williamson. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 down low. And for the Nets, the guard set is Irving and Curry. Durant is out there with Warren, and it's Claxton in at the 5. Well, in a new season, there are some players, Richard, that hit the ground running. And there are others, as you well know, that take a while to get going. Which, I know what camp you fell into, but what would you say? Did you take a while to get going, or were you ready to go?
No, it was both. There was one where it was like I struggled to get going and really get a rhythm, and there's others that I was just ready to go and locked in. As your environment changes, so does your success. And so sometimes as your environment changes, you got to figure out how to be successful.
Good insight.
No harm. Guess what? Another bucket for KD. Just making the game look easy, something boring.
Well, KD's still a net after asking for a trade. The team looked, but didn't feel the deal was there. And Durant will continue to play, but you feel like this story could drag on until the trade deadline or beyond.
Now here's McCollum beyond the arc, traps in the tray.
And there's the steadiness to McCollum's game. He's going to contribute from deep almost every game. It's becoming a given.
Curry against Jones. That's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. To the middle. The Nets working the ball around now. Irving from long range. And the 3 ball is good.
Look, he is a 50-40-90 guy, right around 40% from the three-point line. Kyrie deserves more respect for his deep game.
It's Curry outside. Pelicans with the rebound. This, of course, their first look at the Nets.
And it wasn't a matchup they fared well in last year, as they just couldn't figure this team out. You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Claxton, the pass to Curry. A three-pointer is right on target. It's a tie ball game.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
Stolen by McCollum. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. That shot wide open. McCollum's got 5. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pelicans. And McCollum with the block. Back to Irving. Over McCollum, and Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant.
This is Irving's mentality. He understands that he is out there to shoot and shoot often, especially off the catch.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Williamson finds Valanciunas. McCollum with the ball, guarded now by Irving. And the basket by McCollum.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And the Nets, Richard, are trying to build a legacy where they're recognized as one of the league's true glamour franchises.
And they've got the star power and they've got the market. You got an ownership that is willing to pay for it. They will do everything, but ultimately it's going to be the players and how they perform on the court that will dictate how this success is viewed.
The infrastructure is there. Now can they get the players to fill the role?
The height on Durant's jumper is such an asset. It helps him work around the contest.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Shots good by Durant.
He is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Count that one.
And okay, you won't let me get to the hole this time. Zion options for the next best thing.
Curry outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
It's the Nets now, trailing by 5. And on the way from Irving for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
He's made tougher shots. Kyrie unfazed by the contest.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Shot on the wing. Again, the Nets for 2.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Ingram outside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Jones, no one around him. Williamson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. T.J. Warren picks one up.
The explosive athleticism of Williamson is so much fun to watch for a guy. His size to move like that, incredible.
Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason, Greg.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, couldn't put together that deep run. So maybe this year things will be different.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Marshall is checked in for the Pelicans. Nets trail by 4. Poke loose. Ingram. With the steal. And the basket by Murphy.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive the second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
KD passes to Irving. That's in coming off the assist from KD. Irving's got 11 points.
And this right here, this is routine for Kyrie. You're going to have to make him work a little bit harder because his jumper is as consistent as it gets.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance. And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And Marshall kicks to Murphy. And then Murphy with the dunk.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And here are the Pelicans now. After the basket by Brooklyn. And that one's good. Ingram.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Outside Warren. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Strong take by Warren. Outstanding foul shooter as well. Not a forward you want to put on the charity stripe.
Well, I played for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
And the shot goes down. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Irving, good.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
Mills, he's checked in for Curry. Mills passes to Warren. On its way from Irving for 2. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Only... One miss in his first 8 attempts. Coming out of the gate strong.
The Pelicans have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
5th foul. At the line for the Pelicans, Jose Alvarado. At the line with 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core. And with the 8th pick in Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend. So fluid.
Pulling out to shoot. Durant's range is one of the biggest strengths of his game.
Here's the pass to Alvarado. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Alvarado's got 5. Mills finds Irving. The 3. And it's Durant. That time on the assist by Irving.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain the triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. And
that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's Murphy outside. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. A 3 from Warren, and the Nets another 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Alvarado passes to Marshall, and he banks in the layup. He has 6.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Warren kicks to Durant. Over Murphy. Another one falls. Brooklyn.
And he's made all 8 of his field goals here to start the game.
Here's Ron Gomez.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Boy, he has been special to start this game, shooting 8 of 9, just making it look easy.
Alvarado passes to Hernan Gomez. He gets that one.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Irving kicks to Mills. This one for 3, and the Nets another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And a little luck that time, but it drops. And now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
Just another night at the office for Kyrie. What an incredible offensive talent.
Out to KD. Mills passes to Warren. Here's Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Ingram wide open. That fall. Great assist by Marshall. Ingram's got 16 points.
And you love the work Ingram has put into his shot. You can put him in the corner now and force the defense to extend. And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire. He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. He was a true standout at the...
Turn it up, Nets fans, for your Brooklyn.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And
Stream Element Spot Running Emoji Robot.
a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets. On the court right now, second. quarter for the Pelicans. They've got Jones. Zion Williamson is out there with Nance. And it's Alvarado. One spot. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Got a piece of it. Mills with the steal. Here's O'Neal. Another one falls for Brooklyn. Pelicans trail by 7. Outside, Jones. It's Murphy outside, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Murphy's got 10.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
A nice shot by Simmons.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Castro O'Neal over Murphy. Again, the Nets for 2. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Lets it go from deep. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket for Murphy.
He got a 3 to fall in the first, and now his second in this quarter. Not a trend the defense wants to see.
O'Neal. That one's good from the corner. He's got 6.
Well, we know Simmons can do this. At 6'11", I don't know that anyone in the league has his vision.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Harris is checked in for Patty Mills. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in. New Orleans moving the ball around. And Williamson gets it to go.
And what touch from the big man. I like watching Williamson get interior positioning and attack with purpose.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, that's something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual.
And the three-pointers are starting to add up. That's his third of the quarter, and it brings him to 4 on the game.
O'Neal from long range. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Murphy. Again, the Pelicans score.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Sinks the three-pointer. Watanabe's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Williamson left side. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Murphy.
Physical play from Zion, going right through the contact and getting the bucket.
And there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
A 3 from Simmons. Buries it from three-point range. Simmons got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Outside, Jones. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Herbert Jones, 2 shots.
And so Jones nails both of them. Brooklyn leading by 6. Harris outside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And over the years, McCollum has become one of the more reliable scorers in our league.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Got a piece of it. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Sharp, and it's Seth Curry in for Joe Harris. Marshall, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And O'Neal gets it to go.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flaw.
The game for the Pelicans.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Passes it to Marshall. And that one drops. Marshall's got 8 points.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
Undrafted coming out of college in 2013. Seth Curry. Only played 48 games in his first 3 seasons, spending most of the time destroying the G League.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Marshall passes to Valanciunas. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Pelicans making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in.
And when you look at what he's doing now, it's hard to believe that Seth was ever kept off an NBA roster.
He's made quite the career for himself as one of the league's great three-point shooters and just an efficient scorer from all 3 levels.
Jones kicks to Hernan Gomez. And that comes off the assist by Jones. He's got 6.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
And the basket by Harris.
And they've had assists now. On their last 3 baskets.
And here's McCollum for 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And he's capable of turning it up on offense. When McCollum catches fire, this is a guy that can get uber aggressive.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And Marshall kicks to McCullough. And another three for New Orleans.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
For three, Harris. And the Nets, another three.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple. On us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two. At the free throw line.
With how he can operate on the block and shoot it, Valanciunas is a tough matchup for most centers.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ingram's checked in. Anya talked to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the route.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Larry Nance is checked in for Valanciunas. Knocked loose. Marshall with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Marshall. Nobody back. And that one's good. Ingram.
A natural-born scorer. Ingram is a walking bucket, and he can beat you in so many ways.
O'Neal, that's a two-pointer, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Knocks it loose. Ingram outside. Pass to Marshall. And here is Hernan Gomez. Kicks to McCollum from downtown. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
And now here comes Marshall, leading the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
For New Orleans, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. And it's tied up with that one. Some changes for Brooklyn. Warren's checked in for Watanabe. Durant comes in for O'Neal. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Joe Harris. And a change for the Pelicans. Alvarado's checked in. Out to KD. Three-pointer. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Alvarado. Great touch on the 16-footer. Alvarado's got the game tied up here for New Orleans. Durant, the pass to Claxton. Irving for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. He's been
dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Man's trying to break loose. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. KD's shot is good.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
2 minutes to play.
Alvarado passes to Ingram. Fires from deep. And another three for New Orleans.
He's not their first option too often, but he can hit the three when he's on.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Nance.
And this is Irving's role, a natural scorer who understands when that mid-range J opens up, he's got to fire.
Oh, Nance in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Driving inside. It's deflected. Marshall with the steal. One-on-one. On here.
this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Watanabe comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Mills in for Ben Simmons. Here's Alvarado. A shot's good on the assist by Nance. Alvarado's got 19 points.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Irving, good.
That's a shot he loves. Unless there's a guy right in his jersey, he's going to convert.
To the paint, here's Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
For three, Durant. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Irving from long range. Good on the three-point shot. Irving's got 38 points. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game. He is putting on a show right now.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to continue to compete. That's all.
Kyrie, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And it's just about time.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Look at Kyrie Irving in this game. He has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
The guard set is Irving and Curry. Warren is out there with Durant, and it's Watanabe in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
They had a nice score that came from just attacking the rim. Huge play in this hotly contested game. And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
High post try. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Here's Jones. Gonna go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And a wide open look for Valanciunas. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Durant for 3. Good. And Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
We try and tell people there are stars and then superstars, and then there's guys like KD, top 10 players of all time.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. McCollum's checked in. Williamson kicks to Valanciunas. And the pass to McCollum. Ingram drawing the double team. And McCollum is good for 3. McCollum's got 30 points.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half. Coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Warren the pass to Irving. Poked away. It's stolen by Jones. Here's McCollum. Sweet little floater. Now it's a 6-point New Orleans lead.
And credit the hustle from McCollum there. When he sees a chance to capitalize in transition, he attacks.
It's good from long range.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Timeout called the Nets. You know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself